Famagusta, once a top tourist destination, now a ghost town. Varosha is a settlement in the unrecognized Republic of Northern Cyprus. Prior to the 1974 Turkish invasion of Cyprus, it was the modern tourist area of the city of Famagusta. For the last 3 decades, it has been left as a ghost town. In the 1970s, the city was the #1 tourist destination in Cyprus. To cater to the increasing number of tourists, many new high-rise buildings and hotels were constructed. When the Turkish army gained control of the area during the war, they fenced it off, and have since refused admittance to anyone except Turkish military and United Nations personnel. The Annan Plan had provided for the return of Varosha to Greek Cypriot control, but this never happened, as the plan was rejected by Greek Cypriot voters. As no repairs have been carried out for 34 years, all of the buildings are slowly falling apart. Nature is reclaiming the area, as metal corrodes, windows break, and plants work their roots into the walls and pavements. Sea turtles have been seen nesting on the deserted beaches. By 2010, the Turkish Cypriot administration of the de facto Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus planned to reopen Varosha to tourism, and the city will be populated as one of the most influential cities in the north of the island. Sanzhi, a futuristic resort. In the north of Taiwan, this futuristic pod village was initially built as a luxury vacation retreat for the rich. However, after numerous fatal accidents during construction, production was halted. A combination of lack of money and lack of willingness meant that work was stopped permanently, and the alien-like structures remain as if in remembrance of those lost. Indeed, rumors in the surrounding area suggest that the city is now haunted by the ghosts of those who died. After this, the whole thing received the cover-up treatment, and the government, who commissioned the site in the first place, was keen to distance itself from the bizarre happenings. Thanks to this, there are no named architects. The project may never be restarted, thanks to the growing legend, and there would be no value in redeveloping the area for other purpose. Maybe simply because destroying homes of lonely spirits is a bad thing to do. Sanzhi can also be seen from an aerial view here. Oradour sur Glane, the horror of World War II. The small village of Oradour sur Glane, France, is the setting of unspeakable horror. During World War II, 642 residents were massacred by German soldiers, as punishment for the French resistance. The Germans had initially intended to target nearby Oradour-sur-Vers, and mistakenly invaded Oradour-sur-Glane on June 10, 1944. According to a survivor's account, the men were herded into barns where they were shot in the legs, so they would die more slowly. The women and children, who had been held in a church, all perished when their attempt to escape was met by machine gun fire. The village was razed by the Germans afterward. Its ruins still stand today as a memorial to the dead, and a reminder of the events that took place. Agdam, once a 150,000 city of people, now lost. The eerie city of Agdam, Azerbaijan, was once a thriving city of 150,000 people. It was lost in 1993, during the Nagorno-Karabakh War. Though the city was never the setting of combat, it fell victim to vandalism, while occupied by Armenians. The buildings are gutted and empty, with only the graffiti-covered mosque remaining intact. Agdam residents have moved to other areas of Azerbaijan, as well as into Iran. Katichyn, memories of the Soviet Union. Katichyn was one of many small Russian cities that fell into ruin when the Soviet Union collapsed. Residents were forced to move to gain access to services like running water, schools and medical care. The state moved them out over a period of 2 weeks, and they were taken to other towns and provided with new housing. Once a tin mining town of 12,000 people, The city is now desolate. In their hurry to leave, residents left their belongings behind in their homes, so you can now find aging toys, books, clothing, and other objects throughout the empty city.